Kevin Tracker apologized to Wendy after Sherina left him recollect, following his significant other, television show character Wendy Williams, had at long last concluded she had enough of him and petitioned for legal separation. Kevin Tracker confessed to certain wrongs. It was notable that those wrongs involved claims that Tracker had undermined Williams and fathered a kid with an alternate lady. Furthermore, it delayed to a legal dispute where Kevin and his fancy woman bothered Wendy. Yet after Wendy won, it appears Sherina is leaving Kevin, and Kevin has returned creeping to Wendy to excuse him. All in all, how has everything turned out down? All things considered, how about we find out? Mid-2020, Wendy was confronting her restraint and enslavement. Furthermore, it had helped her sort out each and every compartment of her life. She had guaranteed herself and her child that she would leave this spot better, more grounded, and more rapidly than previously. As well as functioning as the show's chief maker, Tracker had been her long-standing supervisor, and the two had been accomplices in Wendy Williams Creations, the association that made the program. What's more, we as a whole know the story from that point. Wendy petitioned for legal separation, and Kevin sued her for not paying divorce settlement for himself as well as his escort. Be that as it may, Wendy won the case, and it appears Tracker has been pushed to a corner, causing him to apologize to Wendy. What's more, as per the precept, he who triumphs in the end has the best sense of satisfaction. Wendy Williams is clearly throwing a tantrum of chuckling on the grounds that when she cut off her ex Kevin Tracker and his paramour Sharina Hudson, she completely played them like simpletons, along these lines annihilating their 15-year relationship. Then again, Sherina is apparently gathering her sacks and passing on Kevin to manage their developing obligation and backing his family. On his little compensation, since he has attempted to get Wendy to give him more cash and fizzled. We have been following Wendy Williams' separation story for some time now, and things are deteriorating for her ex. Yet again, the man is going to be unloaded, and Sherina has chosen to say goodbye to this show last. You should know by this direct that Kevin Tracker declared financial insolvency due toward Wendy Williams' choice to stop paying him divorce settlement. Many accept Sherina is a double-crosser who will exploit everybody to support her extravagant way of life. Considering that Sherina has been depending on Wendy for help for over a decade. Tracker and Sharina Hudson have been together for quite a while, yet we don't have the foggiest idea how they initially met. Tracker and Hudson were said to have met at a Wendy Williams party in New York City in 2007. From that point forward, photographs of the two have been seen as on the web. Who is this Sharina Hudson, at any rate? Individuals think she is in her mid-30s, and they say she filled in as a back rub specialist in New York City. In Walk 2019, their little girl brought forth Kevin Tracker's youngster with another lady. Hudson's Instagram bio says that she is an essayist, originator, cook, and entrepreneur, in addition to other things. She turned into a vegetarian following quite a while of managing a bacterial condition. Presently, she runs a vegetarian nose organization having some expertise in veggie lover food and sustenance. She likewise began the very good quality activewear line Vish. Strangely, Williams' ex, who is presently 49 years of age, is said to have requested that his child mother wed him with a major jewel ring that cost $80,000. Sherina has been making use and living like a ruler on the grounds that Kevin has been utilizing Wendy's cash since their issue started. He utilized Wendy's cash to richly give Sherina gifts and money her silly strategy. Regardless of Tracker's refusal to separate from Wendy, Sherina had the daringness to lay down with Kevin, who was hitched, and convinced him to leave Wendy. When Wendy declared her expectation to get a separation subsequent to becoming pregnant, Sherina at long last got what she wanted. Sherina without a doubt accepted she had scored that sweepstakes of life and was partaking in a light-hearted presence. Without presenting a resume, without working for a base compensation, without accomplishing overlooked work until the end of her life, and without managing willful collaborators and requesting bosses. Due to Sharina's diligent provocation of Wendy on Instagram and Kevin's frantic endeavors to coerce cash from Wendy by opening up to the world about a whale story about support, there have been reports that Kevin and Sharina's relationship has finished. Kevin Tracker won't get any kid support installments from Wendy Williams. The Wendy Williams Show previous chief maker asked another Jersey judge to arrange his ex to continue to pay him divorce settlement. In any case, as per Radar, the appointed authority dismissed his solicitation, guaranteeing that Tracker's prerequisites were not pressing, and the case was excused without bias. The adjudicator additionally dismissed the 50-year solicitations to have Williams, his better half from 1999 to 2020, pay for his lawful direction. The adjudicator explicitly expressed in the archives that the gathering should partake in restricting discretion. The justice clearly encouraged Tracker to endeavor reflection with Williams as opposed to show up in court. The paper noticed that intercession is required in light of the fact that the severance installment concerns are questioned. He never surrendered and recorded a suit mentioning for the restoration of ordinary provision installments. The dad of two has a youthful little girl with accomplice Sharina Hudson and offers Kevin Tracker Jr., 22, with Williams expressing in the movement, "I have fallen behind on the majority of my bills." He said that he presently resides locally that expects installments to the mortgage holder affiliation, and he is behind on that bill. On the off chance that the mortgage holder's affiliation expenses are not paid, conclusion will before long follow. Then again, his vehicle protection has not been paid because of not getting month-to-month severance installments. This is a triumph for Wendy up until this point, however, assuming that Tracker looks for intervention, that might change. Wendy's legal counselors presented an interest for separate, referring to the star's monetary burdens as the justification behind her suspension from the famous daytime top program. At the time, she passed on the show in October 2021 because of a few medical issues. Official reports showed that she had quit getting compensated. On October 15, 2021, the offended party was told by top WWP that her agreement was being dropped and that she wouldn't get compensated however long she was wiped out and incapable to work. They likewise composed that Tracker knew and concurred that all severance installments could be halted or changed on the off chance that Wendy's agreement was not restored, dropped, suspended, or finished in another way. That is the reason Tracker, presently got in a difficult situation, chose to apologize to Wendy. In a public explanation, Tracker said, "I'm not pleased with my recent demonstrations and acknowledge full responsibility and apologize to my better half, my family, and her fabulous admirers." Tracker then kept on saying that they are as yet the Tracker family and that he would keep on dealing with on his problems. Yet in addition, it hasn't been going great for Wendy. Williams was crushed by news reports that Tracker's kid guaranteed special lady Sharina Hudson had conceived an offspring. Tracker's paternity had not been authoritatively settled. Nonetheless, there was major areas of strength for that he was the dad. Williams had been residing in a level-headed house to kick her liquor and professionally prescribed medicine addictions while managing bits of gossip about infidelity. She had evidently left the foundation and continued drinking in the wake of learning the child news, which provoked her associates to quickly take her to the clinic. Wendy is additionally said to have quit conversing with her companions, and an insider told the U.S. that she doesn't think her digital recording will get along nicely. The source said that the previous host has recently been attempting to get along with lifelong companions. She's been calling individuals and saying, "Hello, we should eat." However, she's behaving like this time hasn't elapsed. At the point when she calls, it's all of a sudden, and she expresses nothing about how she's doing or whatever else. Also, the insider expressed that at whatever point she talks about something individual, she raises her single status. Wendy attests that she has moved past the disturbance encompassing her child mama status that has hounded her this year. What's more, all things considered, it's the ideal opportunity for her to keep carrying on with her life. Despite the fact that she seems to have been deserted by both her makers and her bank, her child seems to have remained by her all through. Yet again, as per a source who let Radar know that Kevin has begun behaving like Wendy's chief. Wendy just had Kevin in her life. She has never had dear companions and hasn't addressed her staff in months. All she has left is Kevin Jer when her mom died when he didn't actually have a family. The bank had frozen her resources since they were concerned that she was deranged and was being exploited monetarily. She can now approach them again subsequent to getting a monetary gatekeeper to help with her issues. Since Wendy is improving, what might occur straight away